Tulsa, Kansas. Happy Open Mic Friday. We are still euphoric from the Trump win. I'm super excited to be here with you guys to wrap up the week and celebrate the change of the economy, the change of crypto, the change of business, the change in the right direction. And that's what we are celebrating today. So how you guys doing, man? What's going on? I am super pumped today. I'm streaming a little bit early today just because the schedules are still jacked up, which is fine. We're fitting the streams in where we can. Hopefully, after another week or two, we'll have it evened out. And typically, it'll be 1 hour later will be the streams moving forward. So today, guys, is Open Mic Friday, where you guys get to come on and wrap everything crypto, everything money, anything health. I'm passionate about all those things. Let me get you guys the link so you can hop on. And guys, this is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we're doing our best to bridge the gap between our entrepreneurship friends, mainly the real estate sector, and the cryptocurrency communities, and bringing them together and use crypto as a wealth creation tool and use real estate and other real world assets as a wealth preservation tool, all while not paying some taxes. That's what we are passionate about here on this show. We can help you guys defer some of those taxes if you're interested in that. We can help you guys find good real estate deals to go into where you're going to make anywhere from 20 to 25% IRR, which in crypto terms is yield, when the time comes, right? When the bull market is here and we're starting to top out and you need something to do with your profits, we are here for you in that regard. That is why we are on this mission. Remember, we're on a mission to be the one. I feel like in every family lineage, there is the chosen one by God to change the trajectory of the family tree from that point and on. So I feel like I am the one in my family tree to change the lineage where basically I'm breaking the curse, that chain of mediocrity, we're breaking those chains, those curse that forevermore. So that way we don't have the debt curse following us no more. We don't have the 9-to-5 slavery trying to like chase to the end of our lives the dollar, and that'll live a very fulfilled life, right? And not but to create memories with the loved ones we have in our life, our friends. And that's what I really believe, guys, we take with us to the afterlife is our memories and experiences. And that's also what we leave behind. Once again, I say it all the time, the Lambos and the houses aren't what's important, right? I sold my C8 Corvette when I moved out to Puerto Rico. Might buy another one. We'll see. They are fun. Maybe I'll buy a Lambo. I don't know, but that's just a toy. You don't leave those behind. You might leave some real estate behind. That's great for some legacy wealth. I do believe in that, but really what you leave behind is memories and experiences, and you need to have wealth to create those memories and experiences. You need to have health. You guys need to make sure that you're focusing on your health, that you're working out, you're doing cardio, you're paying attention to your diet, you're not drinking too much, you're not smoking too much, all the things. And these are very important if we want to have a good, fulfilled life. And so we're just using crypto as a tool, that wealth creation tool to change the trajectory of our life and our family lineage. That is what we are passionate about on this show here on the DeFi Crypto Alliance. So guys, come on in. There's the StreamYard link in the chat. If you want to come up and talk about anything, I'm open. Whether you want to talk about maybe some real estate stuff, that's cool. If you want to talk about crypto, we love doing that because that's what the show really is about when it comes down to it. And or if you want to talk about some health things, man, this is Friday, Open Mic Friday. This is the last day of the week. I got a feeling, guys, we're going to see some nice pump action over the weekend. Yeah, that's what I think. I could be wrong. I think Ethereum's been kind of like flirting with the $3,000 price point. We might be able to see that $3,000 price point break over the weekend. I don't know. This is where things can really get interesting. If we could see Ethereum start to pump against BTC, where that ratio bottom is in, that is massive. That is what we need to see happen for us to completely go risk on in altcoins. And yeah, I think we're almost there. I follow a lot of guys who are smarter than me, who watch this stuff a lot closer than I do. And they also think we're almost there too. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. So, oh, cool. We got our first guest up here on Open Mic Friday. We got Freedom Crypto. What is going on, my man? How you doing today? How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you? Been a long time.
I am blessed, man. Truly, truly blessed. Yes. It's been a while since you've been on. What are your thoughts of all the current events going on?
Exciting. Just after the election, my portfolio is increasing really, really good. So yeah.
It's fun to see.
From the sea, correct. From the sea to the mountain.
Yeah, for once, right? Like it gets so I got so used to waking up and going, oh, it's down another 10%. Oh, it's down another 20%. Like you get used to it, and oh gosh, it's down 50%. I need a DCA. Like yeah. I am DCA burnt, man. I'll tell you that. I'm so exhausted from dollar cost averaging, but it will be rewarded to all of us for the ones who did have the diamond hands, who kept believing, who kept dollar cost averaging in.
Yeah, it's just beginning. We still have another 6-7 months to go up all the way 30% every single day. So yeah, exciting so far.
It is, man. It absolutely is. And we also got Gingerbread Man here up on stage. I know he was trying to come in last week and it was right when we were wrapping the show up. I know my man over here is feeling mighty fine, aren't you, Gingerbread Man?
My headphones are a little wonky, so give me just a minute. But yes, give me just a minute.
Go ahead. And Freedom Crypto, I've seen your channel, and you feel free to shill it if you want. But like, you talk about a lot of other ecosystems and other plays in the crypto space. Are you allocated towards any of the Pulse Chain or RH assets?
So RH is so far as the last time we spoke on your channel, I have the hack staking all the way to 10 year, right?
Okay.
And I was in very earlier stake on hack, since very, very beginning, and already unlocked 3 different stakes, which is one just top of the bull run last 2021. One stake was unlocked. That's what really good return. And one stake was unlocked like 6-7 months ago. That's what. And now I still have like 5-6 stake all the way up to 10 year. And yeah, I'm very heavily into Forset, which is
good.
The dark horse. My profit from hack go into the Forset. So I'm still really have like good billion of Forset. And of course, Forchain, but I don't have that much Forchain. I'm not way, or I don't know what my ranking is. I'm not way on the Forchain, but I think probably Forset.
That's awesome, man. Good stuff. And go ahead and feel free why it's on top of mind. Otherwise, I'll forget about it. Go ahead and shill your channel too. I mean, feel free to let them know where you're at. I know you have a channel, so go ahead and talk about that for a second.
Yeah, my channel is mostly I'm talk about pretty much everything, and I'm start talk about on my YouTube channel was Forchain, Forset, and then people need to know more about it, so I'm start creating the channel, and I talk about it after like 6-7 month time, and then Forset going sideways. There is not too much new to update in the same time. It's really difficult to get into the Forchain as well for the new investor. So I'm not only into one chain, I'm into every chain. So
Yep.
honestly, we need to make money. So wherever there is an opportunity, I just get into it. Yeah, that's freedom crypto. You can find on the YouTube if you are looking for my channel. We done really well on my channel. We done really well for the past 4 months. I'm done like 5,000% coin, like 4 or 5 different coin already. Yeah, that's it's really
Excellent.
good. Yeah, that is like a I'm not really invest into the coin that already passed 2-3 billion market cap. I'm looking for a smaller coin
Yep.
with smaller investment. The only coin and I invest which is higher market cap is only on the Pochain Posat and then Hack. That is the higher market cap I ever been on the investing. Of course, I have the Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it's boring to talk about. That's on the channel. Yeah, it's not. You cannot really talk much because every move is 5-10%. So nowadays, no one really interesting. Plus, all my friends they want something that change their life, something
For
like
sure.
that. Yeah, I need. We are in the crypto, so we are not here to make 5%, 10% gain.
No.
You in the crypto waiting for one cycle and you make only 5-10x. That is not for me. Yeah, so I'm looking for something 100x, 1000x, something like that. Something like I'm did on the hack, right? I'm did on the hack really well. There's one is just you ban your Ethereum getting the hack, right?
Yep.
One day is not too much information. One day is no one believing. I'm get into the project like that, and then what it happen is change forever. So I'm find something like coin project like in the different chain and then sharing to my audience. Yeah, sometimes as you know, if you get into the really high risk, it can gone in a minute. But sometimes it can change your life forever. So you never know. But most of the day, you need to do your own research, invest what you can afford to lose. That's the most important thing. So yeah.
That's great. Good stuff, man. So guys, Freedom Crypto, if you want to go over there and subscribe to his channel and follow him some, it's good stuff, man. I'm subscribed, so I've watched a few of your shows, man. But yeah, Gingerbread man, you is your earpieces all good to go? You set all up?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, sir.
Yeah, cool. My headphones were just being kind of funky there. Yeah, I'll pop in for just a minute. Then I got other things I gotta be going. My son's birthday is tomorrow. He's turning 4, so
4.
We got some stuff we gotta be doing. But yeah, we'll get prepared. But anyway, want to pop in. Appreciate you having me on. It's been a little bit since I've been on. Just been doing other things with my time on Fridays in particular. But anyway, shout out to Freedom Crypto, cool stuff. I haven't checked you out before. In fact, it's the first time I've ever seen you. So I'll go over and check
actually,
it out.
we spoke last stream here, same channel. We spoke 1 or 2 times.
Oh, did we? Okay, cool. Well, it's good to see you again then. How about that? Good to see you again. But yeah, man, I think just a couple comments maybe, and then I'll be out of here. I think it was interesting, and I was just waiting to see. There was this narrative that the political scene may or may not play a part in crypto moving and doing certain things and whatnot. And so it's interesting as Trump doesn't even officially get in, but there's reports that he may be in, and immediately there's a big increase in everything. And I saw a report that in the stock market saw an influx of $1.3 trillion, or 2 trillion, or something ridiculous.
It was 1.2. It was a 1.2 or 1.3 trillion dollars in like one day.
Crazy. That's just crazy.
In one day.
Like, I don't know if that's not an indicator. If that's not an indicator of things to come, that people are just wanting somebody else in to be able to feel confident in going and investing, like, man, I don't know where else you got to look to have confirmation that, hey, like it looks like at this point, obviously we're very early on in that, it looks like the political scene is going to have an impact. And then with Trump coming out, whether that was today or yesterday, talking about crypto and Bitcoin and whatnot, of course, That'll be further discussed as we go forward, but just even the indication that, yeah, we want to use it, we're interested, and we want to not limit future technologies and ways to make money. I mean, man, you can't help but just to smile.
Yes.
So yeah,
The
it's
narrative.
interesting. I think it's interesting. And then another quick little thing. I think a couple of different things. I don't think big green candles last forever. Certainly this one, I think, once again, may or may not happen. I think that we're likely to see a little bit of downward pressure just because there's been a big pump. People like to tend to sell into those big pumps. So I'm kind of playing my bets accordingly. I've got some cash on the side. I'm definitely invested, but I definitely have some cash on the side in case it does go down lower.
Right.
And I'm fine buying back higher because if it ends up going higher, in fact, I hope it goes higher. I have to buy back in a little
You
bit
got
higher.
bags.
I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm good with
Yeah,
that.
you have a seat at the table. It's not like you don't have a seat. And I think that's a great strategy. When you have a seat, if you don't have a seat at the table or you're not on the train right now and you don't have bags, well, that's another story.
Different story, correct.
Yeah.
I'm all the time have a like 30% in stable coin ready all the time. Every trade I take, make a profit, then 30% go to stable coin straight away. I'm not waiting for the top of the
Yeah.
forum. Some people do like, oh, we're gonna wait for the 2025 July, April, May, and then we will cash out everything. I've never wait for that. I'm already every trade I did go straight away 30%
More,
go to stable coin.
more conservative. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
well, another thing with that being said is I've been on here before, and most people, if they've tuned in before, like I've invested with leverage, right, with some borrowed money. So I can't afford to just wait until the end of 2025, right? I've got to go and clear up some of that up. So I'm doing some more things. I'm taking profits along the way and then going back and paying that off. But obviously, it's giving me the advantage to go and make a pretty big splash. So yeah, I'm excited, but I'm also more patient than I've probably ever been. I don't feel that I need to go and buy right now. I feel that, okay, I can wait. And I'm good either way. I'm cheering for it to go down, and I'm also cheering for it to go up because I'm good on either side.
Place to be in there.
Yeah, so it's a good spot, and it's something that I learned actually from Dane. I was chatting with Dane about it, and he's talking. I was like, man, that sounds amazing. So otherwise, you're just at the mercy of the cycle, right? And
one way or the other.
Up to this point, it sucked. It's been rough.
You're not lying, man. And what do you think, man? Just kind of a little off topic with the Trump coming in, winning the election, the economy on the horizon. What do you think? Because you're an entrepreneur and you own your own business. How do you think that will affect your business in 2025? Just curious.
Well, let me tell you what's happened the last 2 days. So I'm a chiropractor. My office, we've been doing just fine, but in the last couple of days, we've had an increase in patients coming in.
And that's funny.
In a couple of days, yeah.
Yep.
And I don't think that's Trump specific either.
It's not, but mentally, what retail is getting is that they're getting the signal that money might get a little bit easier, just depending, right? Like, and so being that they know that it's a psychological thing, then they might go spend the current money they have in their bank account, right? They're not being conservative. So if their back hurts, right, and before they were like, well, I can't really afford to spend this money because who knows where the hell the economy is going to be at, a couple months from now. Now they're like, oh, well, shit, I'm going to go fix my back now.
Exactly. It's been exactly it. It's been really interesting. So yeah, I anticipate end of 2024 closing out really strong in 2025. I mean, we've had our best year. I've been in business for 3 years. We've had our best year every year. I assume 2025 will continue the trend.
I love that, man. That's awesome. And you're doing what I always talk about on this show. Like, you're out there creating massive freaking value for your fellow man and woman. You're taking that value, that monetary value, right, and putting it into crypto to leverage crypto to literally 10x, 20x, 50x your life, and you're growing and compounding that value through crypto, man. And it's going to be exciting to see where you're at in 2025. And man, I'm so happy that you're on this journey with us, bro. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And one last comment. I'm not looking to be a chiropractor forever, man. I'm just not.
Sure.
Like 10 or 15 years, I think, and I'm like almost 5 years into that. I'm kind of looking to do other things. I want to make a bigger splash in the world. The crypto, I think, is going to give me the ability to go do that.
Yep, it'll give you the leverage to grow that. Yep, and that's breaking that. what we talked about in yesterday's show is getting escape velocity. You need escape velocity out of the debt system, out of the financial chains, if you will, of mediocrity, to be able to go out and do and live the life, your life dream, your passions, the goals that God puts in our heads, these dreams that we have. I believe that's signals from God telling us what to go out and do with our lives, give us purpose, and that gives you that ability to do that. So it's awesome.
Well, appreciate you, man. Anyway, I've got to run. Just want to dip
All
in
right.
real quick. Hopefully, you guys have an
All right.
awesome
Yeah.
one, and we're excited. We're excited. Have a good one,
Peace,
guys.
bro. Have a good weekend, man.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye. Money Game Crypto in the house. What is up? How are you doing, bro? Man, how are you feeling today?
How's it going, guys? It's pretty good. I'm feeling good.
Blessed.
Just out and about, so apologies for not coming on camera, but yeah, I'm feeling good. How are you feeling, Corey?
I am freaking pumped, man. I've never been so pumped, because with obviously the election and how it went, not only, of course, crypto is going to be great, right? But also business is going to be great. And another thing is, it's just kind of wild, man. I moved to Puerto Rico mainly because of the taxes, right? Like, I also wanted to be next to some of these, high level crypto folks, and it's done that for me, which is great. But the taxes, the main reason, right? And Trump's talking about like no capital gains on crypto and 5% corporate. Dude, like seriously, I might move back to Arizona next year.
Well, that was the big one, right? Like a lot of people were so worried about what might happen with the Harris administration, but I mean, you're looking at it.
Dude, bro, I would have camped out here for that entire 4 years.
I was already chicken a wing.
Well, this is the thing. I'm going to struggle to talk to my Patreon guys who are mainly Americans about, hey, you should move to Puerto Rico or you should go somewhere else. They're going to be like, oh, no, it's going to be better to stay in the US. And that's kind of the way you want it. Like, you want to be able to come back and go, hey, I'm pretty proud to be in my country again. And I'm not going to get ripped to shit.
Yeah, let me go spend money there, help the economy there instead of spending money here. Like, it's
exactly, man. And this is the thing. Like, when you've got a president that will help kind of small to medium-sized businesses and has a plan really for what he's going to do with the crypto industry. I said this before, like crypto and the election this year, in particular, this cycle has been massive. You look at politified coins, but more so, like, we're talking about strategic reserve. There's a lot of stuff coming out. I did a kind of bit of a summary breakdown with the help of ChatGPT, just trying to work out, how does that even look like? Like, how much money would they be pouring in? And it was saying something around about like $50 billion is the kind of 10% region. And if it was to kind of mimic what gold has done, to take 10% of what they've got in gold as a strategic reserve, you're looking at $50 billion, and they've only got approximately, in Bitcoin, they've only got approximately like 14 billion or something like that from seizures. So there could be a lot of inflow just from the US government buying up Bitcoin.
Yeah, and what also that does is sends a signal to the rest of the world. Like I would, if I owned some nation state or I was running a nation state somewhere, I'd be like, holy shit, I need to start front running the United States and buying some Bitcoin too. Like,
exactly. You go from like last cycle, El Salvador.
Yes.
A relatively fairly unknown country. Now it's way more known, but a small little Central America place to the biggest one of the biggest countries and most powerful countries in the world. And you think China's not going to respond and probably buy some up? Maybe.
Bingo.
Or so you got the two biggest nation states, and then the third biggest. I don't call it a nation state. I call it like BlackRock buying up. They've just surpassed the amount of I think in dollar value in terms of what they've got in their ETF in Bitcoin versus gold. So, and I think that's because of the price increase of Bitcoin. But yeah, it's crazy. Their reserves are bigger in the BTC ETF than it is in the gold ETF. So it's cool to see, man.
It is cool, man. Super stoked for this, man. I did not anticipate this win. I'll tell you that. I really thought, like, with the whole good versus evil because that's really the way I viewed this, was like this like worldwide good versus evil facing each other, and I thought evil was going to definitely at least put the decision off for months, but we got to win, so I'm super stoked.
Well, you also got. I've been looking at what's going on with Ethereum. It's great to see the ETF inflow start to increase. I don't know if you. I've talked on this show before, and I've been like, "Hey, I think this, this effect could happen at this time," and it didn't. But what we saw the last 2 days, we saw 76 million, and then the day before, I want to say 53 approximately. And the biggest day for the ETH ETF was the first day. So yesterday we had the third biggest inflow when it came to the Ethereum ETF. So I'm starting to see that. I'm also seeing the liquidity ranges on Uniswap V3 between 3K and 4K. Very minimal amounts of ETH. Very minimal. So it can move very quick.
And we're about to break 3K right now. I think we're like at 2,900 and some change is what the last time I checked this morning. Yeah, it can be quite wild. I don't know how much of a chart guy you are. Have you looked does it look like the ETH to BTC ratio is at a bottom to you?
Yes, it's coming up. It went up 12%, I think it was. I kind of put it on somewhere on my Twitter. It went up 12% since Trump got elected, and that's ETH versus BTC.
ETH, so okay, good. Okay.
Despite the fact that BTC has gone and done new all-time highs, ETH is starting to outperform BTC. So it bottomed. I can't remember the exact date, but it was just before the election, and then now we're starting to see a bit of a reversal. Where it holds that, we don't know. Because
of course,
who knows what happens, but it is it's pretty good to see, because most of us guys are kind of relying in the altcoin market, which is heavily reliant on, ETH. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, that is the catalyst that's going to kick off altcoin season. That's a catalyst that's going to kick off the Pulse chain ecosystem even more so. It's just that is what a lot of us are waiting for, is to see that Ethereum start outperforming Bitcoin, man. That would be super exciting. We know that there's two entities. I know everyone likes to talk about the one, but there's two that have 318,000 Ethereum in their wallets that likes to buy Pulse chain stuff. Like, no expectations. Look, I get it, and that's fine, but we have history and track record and chain analysis that these two entities like mainly buying Pulse chain assets, Richard Heart assets. And so 317,000 is Ethereum is a lot, guys. And
when it starts buying, it's not going to be stopped. It's going to keep coming every single 5 minutes, one clip. Yeah.
It'll take a lot, man. And ETH don't have to pump crazy hard to crazy numbers to make a significant difference or to make a big splash in our ecosystem. Ethereum, man, I can see it going anywhere from 6,000 all the way to 15,000. Maybe it goes higher than that. I don't know with this whole Trump pump. We'll see.
It's definitely something that's interesting to see, especially so early on coming into 25, right? So the prediction for a lot of people is 100K before, I think they call it inauguration, right? Like when Trump comes in January 20th. We got a lot of time, right? We're in beginning of November now. That's two whole months. Possibly a held rate or another rate cut on December 18th.
Yeah.
And then, could be off to the races, But I guess I'm going to be looking there's going to be a pullback sometime in 25. I'm of the theory that this extends out very late into 25, possibly 26, and see a kind of, call it a triple top, I guess, but it's not really a triple top. It's just kind of brand new all-time high, 3 times almost. But we're in this price discovery region, and we've yet to see the market cap of all of crypto surpass what it did in 21. That's an important stat. Is you look at it, you go, is it altcoin season or not? It's not altcoin season. It's kind of Bitcoin season. Yeah. And we've yet to see Solana go do price discovery, or we've yet to see Ethereum do price discovery in the all-time high range. So it's going to be fascinating to see in 25. Obviously, you're going to be thinking about DCA and your bags out. And then, I don't know, you think of it. I was thinking about this the other day. I was talking to a couple of friends. I was like, as much as I'd like to take some out. I'll probably diversify in terms of what assets I'm going to be buying. Probably buy a bit of real estate for investment purposes.
Go.
But then it's like, well, what else are you going to buy, bro? Like maybe a nice car, a nice house, or whatever you want to, whatever your goal is, or travel a bit, or. But then I kind of want to play the game again. You know, I'm
You will.
looking for a 50% dip when it comes to Bitcoin. I'm going to be looking for like a 60% dip on ETH.
Yep.
I want to play that game again with more money.
And
You know?
you'll be wiser to the game because you've gone through cycles now. You understand when Bitcoin bottoms, like you should probably only be going into Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum. Like that was one of the biggest lessons I learned from this cycle for me was once Bitcoin bottoms, like that's the only asset you should be buying at that time. And then accumulating Bitcoin. And then 6 months prior to the halving is when we had this time around a little bit of an altcoin season throughout crypto. And so that first year after we bottom, man, it's just Bitcoin and Ethereum for me.
Yeah. And the thing is, I guess, so the question is what happens to the Pulse chain ecosystem going forward? It can really change in terms of the dynamic in the next 6 months. I don't know if I'd do as deep in Pulse chain as before. I probably would have allocation. I might say 10 to 20% or whatever. But, you know, I still think it possibly will be around. It depends on the moves that are made. And it's hard to say, but I think it will be around. And I think, you know, hopefully we mature into, hey, we get on multiple centralized exchanges. We open the door when it comes to fiat on-ramps and off-ramps.
Yes.
And it will make it easier. You know, if you want it to last for a long time, you just look at what happened with Solana this cycle. It went from a $8 or $9 region. FTX said it was completely destroyed. And to, you know, I would say a blue chip now. A lot of people would say, hey, I'm happy to put my money into Solana. Now, you wouldn't have said that back in 23 with the FTX and Alameda research disaster when it came to Sol. So narratives can change quite quickly. I'd like to see Richard back. He's the best chiller. But I think when you look at who they're going to choose for SEC chairman, I was hoping they were going to get Hester Pierce, but it looks like she's going to turn that down. So it looks like the guy from Robinhood, I believe, is kind of number one pick, who's very pro crypto. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. And I see Silver's in the chat. Shout out to Silver, by the way. Great. He's been a good mentor to myself. And if you ever want to know what's going on with ETH, just go have a look at his account, man. Silver the antidote. He's got some really good stuff and talks a lot about what's going on with ETH. A lot of the ideas that I've said today come from him. So, yeah, shout out to him.
I follow him and Steph very closely because their calls and chain analysis and the things they do for the community there's bar none. Anything that comes close, and like it's very accurate, which is what I love is the accuracy, right? And I know that because I've seen it, right? Like I'm like, oh my god, they made this call, boom, it happened, and like, holy crap, like so, man, they bring tremendous value to the community. I mean, as you guys know, I'm participating in Alti, which you guys, if you want to use my little affiliate link, it's altriches.com. I'm sure Money Game's got his, so does Silver.
Yeah, if you want one, altmgc.com. So.
Oh, go ahead and throw it out, man.
You get a bonus.
These guys will pick which one they want to use anyway. So it's and then Silver's got one too. I think Silver, I can't remember yours, man, but Silver, if you want to put
altibullish.com.
Altibullish.com. There you go. And what it does for you guys, it gets you 33% more coins. And it also holds us accountable, in my opinion. It holds me accountable to put some money in the system because that's the only way you're going to capitalize on your rewards. So that's what I like about it. But yeah, man, they bring great value.
Just speaking on Alti real quick, what I think a lot of people compare it to kind of, Titan or something else. It's the growing, it's the growing liquidity pool. That's the most important thing. So over time, it is going to grow in size. And look, I'm not hating on other projects or anything like that, but when you're trying to get some of the biggest ETH whales and sharks in, they want liquidity. They want huge amounts of liquidity to be able to move in and out.
You got to get in and out.
If you don't have that, it's a big problem.
Agreed 100%, man. I think, this is me because I don't like the founder of Titan X, but I participated and that made a lot of money. You don't have to like a founder. You don't have to like a founder to make money.
No, you don't have to like it. You don't have to.
I don't let my ego get in the way of making money.
Yeah.
I follow narratives. And if I see a narrative, I'm like, oh shit, I need to get in this because there's money to be made. And that's what I did with Titan X. And so, but I hope Multi does 10 times better than Titan X. I hope it does.
I think one of the problems that a lot of people have, particularly the Hexicans as well, is that they do forget that the vast majority of price appreciation when it came to Hex was from ETH. So
sure. Back then, yeah.
You vampire attack other chains to extract as much value as you can, and you can always bring it back to your chain if that's what you want to do. So if you're just a Hex only maxi, and I'm not hating on people that are like that, but it's like, okay, where's the economic energy going to come from? If you're not making profit from another coin that could sustain profit into the coin that you like, where's the economic energy coming from? Just outreach and fiat? No. Take the gains from a different ecosystem, and then you can move the price quite quickly. So
bingo.
Try and be more open-minded. Well, anyway, hey, this is my view. Some people are going to throw shit at it, but it is what it is.
And I've always, look, since the beginning of time that we've been on this show, man, I've never been like a maxi or like, dude, I came from the Phantom ecosystem. I used to play in Phantom, AVAX. Like, I don't stick to one chain, although 90% of my portfolio is Pulse chain, but the other stuff I play outside. Like, I hold Citus over on Ethereum. That's like the gaming blue chip. I think Citus is going to do great. And so I'm definitely not a maxi, but I do favor Pulse chain, Richard Heart, which is what it is. But yeah, I'll make money. Dude, all that money I made from Titan X, bro, I brought it in and I bought more Pulse and Pulse X and Hex. Dude.
That's it. That's the game.
I was able to increase my bags because I played the other game over there. And so that's
correct.
Yeah, you create value there or get value, bring it over to your favorite assets. Dude, the Bitcoin community has been doing this forever. Bitcoiners will go out during altcoin season, play all what they call the shit coins and different chains. And every time the altcoin season is over and they bring that value back and buy more Bitcoin. This has been going on since like the dawn of crypto now. It's just how it works. It's just how it works. You have your favorite, but you're going to go off and make money elsewhere when there's money being made. So I do want to clarify one thing. Hex Clips, this is probably in Money Game, you might know a little bit more about this, how it works, but it said that the bonus doesn't give you 33% more bonus. It's 33% of 33%, which is
approximately 11%, I think. I think it's about 11%. I'm wrong on that.
The adoption multiplier will give you 33% in the first cycle. So it's just to clarify a little bit there on the tokenomics. The tokenomics and fundamentals of this thing is absolutely wild, which makes it fun, right? All the gamification. And so I'm going to be incorrect a lot of time, guys, when I'm quoting off like what the tokenomics and fundamentals are. You got to go read the white paper, do your own due diligence. But I'm participating. And so if you guys want to participate along with me, it'd be great. It'd be fun.
And the other thing on that as well is like, if you are someone who wants to be a referrer and you're thinking, well, why would I use a referral link? Well, your initial miner, if you want to call it that or whatever, deposit, let's just say that, you will not get that bonus unless you're using another referral link. And then after that, you can start your own referral because you start off your mine or your deposit or whatever. So it's something that you may want to initially use. You don't have to continue to use it, but it might be something if you're kind of bullish on your own referrals and bring people in and you want to start it off, but you want extra bonus. To start that off, you can just use someone else's. But hey, it's up to you.
100% play the game, man. That's part of like why he created this, is some of the gamification behind it makes it freaking fun. Like whether you have a little bit of influence on Twitter that you could come and share those links with, or even just friends and family. Like if you got friends and family, that's going to help your bonus and what you get. Why not? Like why not play the game to the fullest extent? I'm trying to figure out all the little different strategies, like the streak bonus. So I'm like, okay, so I don't want to go all in on the first month. I probably want to leave some behind so I can get this streak bonus for multiple months. And so that's part of the game theory behind all this, which once again makes it fun.
if you're a smaller player, I mean, you really should be considering that street bonus. Like if you're a guy who's like likes to kind of, you don't like to be public, you like to hide behind the camera and behind a PFP or whatever, but you're confident that you're going to DCA into this. Well, why not take advantage of that street bonus, because that's going to be your best possible option. Whereas like the referral bonus might be if you know quite a few people, you're a good networker, that's probably more of your thing.
Absolutely. And Silver said it's not final yet. Let's wait for exact details. Things could change. Yeah. It's not launched. It's not here yet. He's still doing test nets. I think he's doing V3 tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I saw him post a tweet. So yeah, super cool stuff, man. In fact, I'll tell you, man, I sold this last Titan X top. And who knows, maybe it pumps beyond that top, but I got to sell that top and I put it on Ethereum, and that's what they use for Alti.
So did anyone see that guy who bridged out a pole chain, ended up buying the Dragon X top? I don't know how much he's down, but did you see that?
Wasn't it a significant amount to like 300 or 400 grand?
Correct. I've not done the chain analysis on that particular guy's wallet, but there's also another one that was crazy to me. We were talking about it last night. There was a guy who sold, I think, $200,000 worth of Hex, took it, switched it to USDC, went on Polymarket, bet on Kamala Harris, and lost it. I couldn't believe it, man. It's
You gotta
unreal.
be kidding me.
If you go into Rect Hex Plebs on Telegram by Dylan, shout out to him. Yeah, it's got the whole thing. It shows all the transactions. I couldn't believe it, man.
Insane. It also reminds me now, I don't know if you recall this, when it was November of last year, we were at our bottom, or maybe it was October. We were near the bottom. And I remember when, there was a big whale who sold like $500K, like $500,000 of Pulse X, took it over and bought Titan X top. And then immediately afterwards, Richard Hart started pumping the ecosystem. Like, I was like, the guy is completely wrecked. I mean, completely left behind. I think Richard watches that shit sometimes too. Like, if he's waiting for if he's gonna do something, make a move. Like, I know I would. I'd be like, all right, let's wait till one of these MFers sell my bottom and go to
we're not going to the Chalk 10 narrative, like, from Karame, that's something like that. That's gonna be just pump and dump. It's not worth it. Even $1,000, $2,000, not worth it to get it. It's just for the few day time.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Totally agree, man. It's gonna be good times. I'm for sure about that.
What you guys think of the top of the cycle? How far from here? 6 months, 1 year?
Man, for me, and I'll let Money Game speak too, but like I think we're following the cycle to the T right now. There's not a lot that it's deviating from yet. And so that points us somewhere towards like September-ish to November-ish of 2025. I could be wrong, obviously. This is never financial advice. I'm a dude on the internet.
Yeah, something like July 25 or something.
Yeah, what do you think, Money Game?
Yeah, man, I go back and forth on this, obviously, because we had that kind of early top. But I look at how Bitcoin extends itself out from bottom to top every single cycle. Last time around, it was 10, 56 days. This time around could be 11, 1,200 days. If that is the case, you're looking like Q1 of 26. But I'm sure as hell probably going to be DCA now before then, depending on, the market dynamic and what's happening and a lot of different indicators and stuff. And I see Motley also said, yeah, the guy also ran out of personal bets as well.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah, he had a bunch of bets on, personal bets. And he'd done bets before and won, and those guys had paid it out. When it came for him to pay, he deleted his Twitter account and did one. So yeah.
Wow. I mean, I see these guys, man, hopping around in Telegram, just making the most stupidest bets that, like, I know they're not going to pay on if they lose. Yeah, very interesting, man. It's just, man, that's bad ethics. In my opinion, it'll come out and bite you in the ass.
Agreed. Yeah, you got to pay your bets.
It's like Moritz, and this is public, so I'll say it. But he owes Buck $40,000 from last cycle on Hex. Like, dude, just don't make the bet if you're not going to freaking pay, dude. Just like that's the bottom line. You're a freaking pleb chump bitch if you're not going to pay on your bets. Otherwise, just don't make the bet. Why are you making the bet? Just don't make the bet, or hedge the other way. So you have a risk like this. Yeah, it's a shitty human being when you're doing that.
For sure, I agree. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, coming back to what you were saying about kind of Pulse. I don't know what the price will be. I saw Westcott put in $1 Pulse, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
God, bro.
Excuse my language.
Pulse. I mean, what's Hex going to be if Pulse is $1? Freaking $100? I mean, you know what I mean?
Moon Map is back. Let's go.
I'm happy with all-time high price. Just hack all-time high price. I am like set.
Well, yeah, me too. And I think Hex will hit its all-time high price this next cycle.
Yeah, it's very close. When you think about the multiple, it's like not even 100x. You know, something like 50 current price today go to all-time high. Not even.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the reason why I think it will is because Richard wants, and so does the community, want Hex to be a blue chip asset, to one that lasts multiple cycles, right? And there's a handful of cryptos that have done that. The only way he's able to do that and achieve that is if Hex makes an all-time new high. Every single one of those cryptos made a new all-time high in the next cycle, giving them the capability of coming back and doing the normal retrace and then going back up in the following cycle to come. And so that's what really establishes that blue chip status. Richard knows this. He's not a dummy. All the whales in Pulse Chain and Hex know this. They're not dummies. And I
have a thought like when Richard win the case, probably CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, they're gonna list this probably after the case is won, and they will be like, "Oh no, we need to back with the Richard."
Yep, agreed. So it's going to be a fun one, man. And what Hex has been telling us too, this last like couple month, that it wants to lead the way of the pump. We'll see if it continues with that like direction. And because it's doing that, I've also increased my Hex bag quite significantly. And I'm like, all right, let's go this way a little bit more. And we'll see. It'd be interesting to see how it all plays out. I never want to go all in one way or the other. I like staying diversified, so I don't have to be right or wrong. I'm just in this to make money. And that way, if I hold all the blue chip assets, I could be like, okay, whatever one wants to pump, go ahead and pump, man. I don't give a shit. The other ones always follow. They don't follow maybe as much. The Ink did it last time during that little altcoin season, and now Hex is doing it. So we'll see. And if it keeps doing it, great. I stacked my bag in that direction just in case.
I like the bullishness. When it comes to Hex, I'm kind of like, I got to see confirmation at 10 and 20 cents. Those are like really, really key for me before I can kind of say, hey, we're going back to all-time high. So we'll see. I think, as someone put it in the chat, if this gets thrown out in January time, February time, it's going to be great. It's going to make things a lot easier, in terms of movement. But I know that there are a lot of traumatized Hexicans, so when they see like a 10-cent Hex, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some EESs coming in.
Yeah, of course you will. Of course, when you see, that's where you see the 80%, 90% correction before the next move up, though. And that's just part of how it works. That's why you get those corrections in those little zones. Man, there's going to be a lot of no EES in the 10% or 10-cent range and sell in the 10-cent range. I mean, who knows? I might be taking some chips off the table then too, because I have enough Hex where that's a pretty significant amount of money now for me. But it's like, how much do you want to leave as far as risk on the table at that point? But I think it's going to go beyond that money gain. I do. And
it's exciting to see, because it's been a really, really tough bear market. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I know you guys have felt the same. It's been tough, man. It's been a rough bear market.
Yeah,
it is.
It's so much challenging as well. It's so many new things come out, plus all these bots, fake screenshot, everything you scroll down on the Twitter every time, like someone is making money from our 2-hour time frame, and then they're making crazy live sharing money. When you see all these things, it make you feel more depression if for the newbie, like, oh, where they actually need to follow, which one actually real, which one actually fake, and they cannot see the difference. That is very hard for the new investor who don't really have experience as well.
Yeah. That's why I feel like the eHex will have its own little glory, is because of that reason. Now PHEX will shine the most, but I think eHex will have some glory. It's a meme coin I have a meme coin stack of eHex in my portfolio.
Yeah, I have. I have
Motley,
like
who are you referring to?
No, there's no certainty with eHex, because obviously the one thing that could really kill it is like when Richard Hart starts streaming again, and one of the first things he says is like, look, why are you guys buying that eHex garbage? Why aren't you over on Ballstream buying eHex? If he did that, man, it would kill it. I mean, it wouldn't exactly die, but it would tank the price. And we saw what his tweet did. And so that's why, like, okay, this thing could moon because of the small liquidity, but at the same time, there's a lot of different levers that can be pulled to absolutely crush it. So it's like, be aware of the risk when you play the game.
I'll say one thing as well when it comes to eHex. I'd be watching Marianelle and freaking Somi's wallet, because I know they bought heavy on that dip, particularly Marianelle. So I'd be keeping an eye on that. And then also, when you'll know that the pump's kind of exhausted when they start talking about head on the east side. So if they start trying to like push that, it's like they're going to be like trying to exit that as well. I tell that to a lot of guys.
Yeah, that's the local tops. This is very true. Be careful of people selling you a narrative they don't believe in. That is totally true. I believe everything in crypto is just a narrative. It's how strong that narrative is and how sticky it is. Like, I do not buy in the narrative of PDAI going to $1. I'm sorry, guys. It's not what I believe. I don't believe there's some kind of magic thing going on in the background with the P maker and Richard. Now, I could be totally wrong. But look, it's a strong narrative. It's sticky. The community is buying it. And so, like, do I own a PDAI bag because of that? Yes, I do own a PDAI bag, because I see how the community responded to it. That's why. It's the same way I own the Titan X bag, even though I don't like the founder. I saw how the community responded to the narrative and the tokenomics, the Ponzi-nomics. Like, they love it. And I was like, man, God, this thing's going to pump hard, because look at all the freaking Hexicans and Pulsicans chasing it, because they love that like Ponzi-nomic attribute in a protocol. They love that, man. They eat it up. And so you can make money in that if you move that direction, especially if you're in front of them. So
Motley, it's going to parity, bro. It's definitely going to parity.
I mean, he'll bet you, bro. Like he'll put the bet down. These guys will put their money.
Is Motley doing a parity bet? He's doing if someone's doing a parity bet, I'll be down to chuck some money down on.
But that eHex and PHEX is going to parity.
Yeah, I'm betting against it, by the way. That's just
well, shit, bro. Come on, dude. I'd bet against it too, man. That's like that's another narrative. But like, if you watch that narrative getting really strong in the community, Money Gang, and they're giving like reasons to back it up, you know now, yeah, it's not going to reach parity, but you know eHex is going to catch a bid because of the narrative. You just got to follow narratives, man. I've learned that. That's one strong lesson I've gotten out of this cycle, is how to front run strong narrative when you start seeing them brewing in the Twitter communities, when you start seeing YouTubers talking about it. That's how you can get in and like kind of like ground floor of that narrative. So yeah, something to chew on. Go raw bet, no hedging allowed. No, I would not take that bet, nor would I take PDAI going to $1. That's for damn sure. I like my money, and I'm gonna either put that money into real crypto. Well, cool, guys. Anything last kind of comments? We've been almost an hour. I want to kind of wind it down. I got to grab a lunch. Any last parting words? We can start with you, Freedom.
No, actually, just trying to catch up today, but we haven't been spoke for a long time here. But I did listen quite last week as well.
Cool, man.
So, yeah.
Keep tuning in. We'll keep tuning into yours, guys. He's got Freedom Crypto channel. Go there, hit the likes and subscribes on it. He covers like everything crypto, so which is nice. So,
Make
what about
money.
you, Money Gang? Any last part?
Yeah, I'll say this. We're going to be in a really nice bullish time, so make as much freaking content as possible so you grow your own audience, but also, you know, your reach is going to be way higher. And, you know, it's going to be very interesting 2025. It's going to be real fun. And if you want a bonus on your Alti, go to altimgc.com.
Or Alti Riches. Mine just sounds better, bro. Altriches.com. I saw that shit and I scooped it up, dude. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that's not taken. So cool, guys. Well, I'm going to grab a lunch, guys. Man, go out there, touch some grass. Enjoy
Appreciate
the
it. Take care, guys.
Yeah,
All right,
Money
take care,
Gang,
bye.
easy, brother. Appreciate it. Freedom, my man. And guys, you know, go out there. And if your bags aren't big enough, remember, just go out there and 10x the value you bring to your fellow man, fellow woman. That will increase the value that you make, economic energy, aka money. You can go and leverage crypto to 10x your freaking life. So, guys, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. Have a good one. Enjoy the weekend, man. I'm serious. Peace.
Peace.